What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I mean what I'm about to say. If you are looking to burn fat, build muscle, lose weight, this is probably the only video you're gonna need. I'm gonna break everything down for you. Everything. You've probably seen me make some crazy recipes. You've probably seen me weigh things out with a food scale, track it. I talk about macros. If you don't know what any of it means, you don't know how to get started doing it yourself. By the end of this video, you're gonna be a pro. So sit back, relax, put on your thinking cap, and get ready to make some gains, baby. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. We are almost to 500,000 subscribers, which is crazy. So thank you guys for that, and without further ado, let's get this thing going. You ready? Let's do it! Yeah! The only thing you need to be able to track macros and start making results on your own is a smartphone, the MyFitnessPal app, and an internet connection. As long as you don't live in the middle of the Navajo, you should probably have that. We all got phones now, right? So the first thing we need to do is figure out how many calories our body needs. What macros should we be doing? And I'm gonna help you break all of that down and make it as simple as possible. So first things first, grab your phone and go to this website, TDEE Calculator.net. Once you're there, it should look something like this. So the first thing we wanna do is fill out this little form. It's not very hard to do, takes a few seconds, and it'll give us a good baseline to start with. Keep in mind, this isn't gonna be perfect, but it's gonna get you in the ballpark. And some of us, man, we just need to get in the ballpark. So I'm gonna fill this out for me. So first thing we wanna do, what's our gender? Are you male or are you a female? If you're something other than those two, they don't got an option for you, but I would just use the one you were assigned at birth. So I'm gonna fill this out like it's me. So age, 29. Weight, about 178 pounds. Height, we're gonna go with 5'10". Now for activity levels, this is gonna be the one that you don't want to lie on. And I recommend being more conservative with it than just thinking you're super active. So for me, I do 40 minutes of cardio every single day. I train 6 days a week. So realistically for me, I could put heavy exercise. And then body fat percentage, that's optional. I'm not gonna put it because I'm not sure where I'm at. We're just gonna go to calculate. So given what I put in, you can see that it says my maintenance calories are 3,068 a day. What does that mean? What are maintenance calories? The maintenance calories are the amount of calories I could eat in a day and stay the exact same weight. So to maintain my weight with my current activity levels, my training schedule, exercising 6 to 7 days a week, I could eat 3,068 calories and not really gain any weight or lose any weight. I'm gonna maintain. But a lot of us don't wanna maintain. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take 500 calories off of that 3,068, and that's gonna put us at 2,568 calories. That is a 500 calorie deficit. If you've heard the term calorie deficit before, that is taking a deficit from your maintenance calories in order to burn fat. 500 tends to be the sweet spot. Depending on how much weight you gotta lose, you can take that deficit out really as far as you want. But keep in mind, the bigger that deficit is, the more likely you are to burn off a little muscle. But if you are pretty overweight and you know you got 40, 50, sometimes 100 pounds to lose, you take that deficit down 1,000 calories, 1,500 calories, really whatever your comfortable level is, how quick you want to lose weight. But for me, I like a good 500 calorie deficit. So using this exact same site, it can actually help us get some macros. Not that I think this is the right way, but if you want to do it this way, you can. So if you scroll down, it'll show you maintenance macros right there. It's got different splits, moderate carb, lower carb, higher carb. All of those macros will add up to your calories. Keep in mind, every gram of protein is 4 calories, every gram of carb is 4 calories, every gram of fat is 9 calories. So that's where they're getting this number from. If you took any of these macro ratios and multiplied them out and did that math, it's gonna equal up to the calories we have up there for maintenance. But if we go to cutting, you just click that little tab right there. It says the same thing I said, 500 calorie deficit, 2,568. So a moderate carb would look something like 100 grams fat, 225 gram carb, 193 grams protein. Higher carb would be 193 protein, 57 gram fat, 321 gram carb, and you can kind of get a rough idea. So you could choose one of those if you wanted to go off as your macros. But personally, I do things a little different, which I'm gonna show you. And if you wanted to bulk, you wanted to put on size, they have bulking macros as well. And I don't recommend a 500 calorie surplus for bulking. I recommend like 100 calorie, 200 calorie surplus. That way, you're not gaining too much fat and you're doing nice, slow, lean gains, main gaining. So at this point, male or female, activity levels, we should all know roughly where we should be at calorie wise. Now the thing is, this isn't an exact science. Once again, this app gets us in the ballpark, but it's not perfect. You really gotta work this out. Follow a program for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Be consistent to really know how your body's gonna respond. But for most people, for 99% of you out there, this is a great starting point. So now that we have this information, we need to plug this in to MyFitnessPal. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So if you don't already have this app downloaded, head over to the App Store and download it. Available on Android, iOS. You can even do it from your computer if you want. Have it on your phone, super convenient. Once it's downloaded, go ahead and open that bad boy up. Once you get into the app, you can head down to Diary at the bottom and it shows breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, snacks, exercise, all these things you can add in, right? What we want to do first and foremost is go over to the More tab and go down to goals. Now you're going to see here at the top, it'll have starting weight, current weight, goal weight. I don't mess with any of that because this will try to calculate macros for you. And anytime I've ever done that on this app, it's ridiculously wrong. I hate it. Not a fan. So don't focus on any of that. You can do that stuff later if you really want to. But what I want to do is go down to nutrition goals and customize our calories, carbs, protein, and fat goals. So this is pretty easy right here. So at this point, you can put in the macros from the site we just got, or you can kind of mess around with your own. Personally, for me, I use these as a baseline, but I'm not really too concerned with what my macros are at the end of the day. Other than protein, there's only two things I'm worried about. I want my protein to be at least my body weight, which around 190 grams tends to work good for me. And then my carbs and fat, I don't really care where those fall, just so long as I don't go over my daily calories for the day. So you'll see here when I select one of these options, it's got a slider wheel and I can slowly start adding in macros. You see the calories at the bottom start to jump up. This is where it's really going to come down to personal preference. I like to have my fat lower. I find my body does good on around 40 grams of fat or even less. I like to get at least above 25 grams a day. And I really like to have a lot of carbs because carbs are going to fill me up. That's more popcorn. That's more wraps. That's more berries. That's more high fiber foods. I really like to have a lot more carbs. So if we take this up and we want to hit that 2568 number. So right here looks great. 40 fat a day, 190 grams protein, 360 grams carbs. Woo. So we'll just hit okay. And now that that's keyed in, we go back to our food diary and you'll see at the top, 2,560 calories remaining. So what that'll do at the top is keep track of our calories for us. Now we got to input foods that are going to get us to our goals. So let's start doing that. I'm going to show you how. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to scan a food in. So down here for snacks, I click add food. There's a barcode scanner in the top right corner. And you can also see like it has a list of foods that I eat all the time. So it's really easy. Once you start adding things in, you can just click add, makes it super simple. But for the sake of showing you, click the barcode scanner. Come here to this Game Day chocolate peanut butter protein bar. These are actually incredible, by the way. Barcode, scan it, and bingo. Now that is keyed into my app here. So you can see, look at the top, 210 calories. Got the macros right above it, 8 fat, 20 protein, 21 carbs. I'm actually starving, so I'm gonna eat this right now. Shout out to Game Day bars, man. They're delicious. It's like a Rice Krispie treat. I freeze them and they're so good. GameDayBuy.com. Check them out, support. I don't get paid for shouting these guys out. They just send me free protein bars. They taste really good. They're macro friendly. Check them out. You won't be disappointed. And the thing is with this app, you can track everything. You going through the drive-thru at McDonald's, key it in, add that double cheeseburger, add that fry. Probably not gonna get you to your goal, but you can add it. Even down to your supplements, man. Final Boss Greens, if you're not trying to eat your leafies, a scoop of this a day keeps the doctor away. Scan that barcode and voila, there we go. Key that right into your diet, man. It's that simple. Available at finalbossformers.com or Amazon.com. Free 2-day shipping. Boom. Code RGF10 saves you 10%. Woo. Protein bar has been consumed. Now, I actually already ate breakfast, but I have not logged it in here yet. I wanted to save it for you guys. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is. Let's say you eat the same things every day. So when I'm working with clients, I'm really a fan of getting on a meal plan, kind of eating the same things every day. It makes shopping way simpler, takes the guesswork out of it. So every morning I eat anabolic French toast. So my phone knows that. So all I gotta do is swipe over, go to add, and bingo. My breakfast keys right in. So we've had 660 calories today. And if you look, the breakdown for meal one, 4 slices of bread, 6 servings of egg whites, you click either one of these, you can raise the serving size up. So do you use 6 slices of bread? Do you use 2? Adjust the number of servings, there's 3. Calories reflect it, macros reflect it, go back to 2. Bingo. It really is not hard to do. If you know how to use Instagram, if you know how to use YouTube, if you know how to use TikTok, you can do this. It's not hard. Quit pretending it is. Now let's say you're working from a recipe, right? And you have all the ingredients in front of you. You don't want to key them all in individually. You just want to make the recipe, put the macros in, and be done with it. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I've been working on a cookbook, coming very soon. Every recipe on the channel will be in it, along with some other ones that aren't on the channel. If you're watching this later than when it's out, it might be out. Link in description. If not, couple weeks, she gonna be good to go. Let's say we wanted to add in the French toast PB&J like right here. You got all the ingredients on the left side, macros on the right? We know it's 502 calories, 6 fat, 57 protein, 55 carb. We'll go back to the MyFitnessPal app, click the little dot, go to quick add. We know it's 6 fat, 55 protein, 57 carbs, and voila, 502 calories. You just quick add it in, and there we go. It's right here on our program as well. So quick recap. For breakfast, anabolic French toast. For lunch, we made French toast PB&J. We did a quick add because we followed a recipe. When we wanted a protein bar, we scanned it and got it in as a snack. So we're only at 1,162 calories. We can click nutrition at the bottom. That's gonna pull up and show us our macros. We are at 18 grams of fat for the day, 132 carb, 115 protein. So we have 75 grams protein left, 228 grams of carbs, 22 grams grams of fat. You can even click this macro tab. It'll show you a pie chart breakdown of where you're at as well. Maybe a little easier to read for some of you guys. But the goal is every single day, you should at least hit your protein goal and hit your calorie goal. The rest is kind of up to you. Do you want more fat, less carbs? Do you want more carbs, less fat? Those two really don't matter. It really comes down to two things: your protein every single day and your calories. And keep in mind, at the top of this MyFitnessPal app, it says we're at 1,162 calories, but I always recommend, if you're using this app, the way it tracks these calories can be off. So I always do the math. So I'll take 132 plus 115, multiply that by 4, 988, 18 times 9, 162 plus 988 equals 1,150. So this is actually overestimating our calories. But as soon as you start using things like Quest bars, high fiber wraps, where they're not giving you accurate calories on the label, that's when sometimes you can be 200 over on your calories without realizing it if you're following the app. So I like to do the math personally, but it's not something you got to do all the time if you know which foods you're eating have messed up calories, if that makes sense. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is an entire nutrition seminar, tech tutorial, all wrapped up into one video. Like I said in the beginning, TDEEcalculator.net can get you in the ballpark. It can really tell you, okay, where's a good place to start at, but it's not perfect. Obviously, our activity levels change every single day. How hard did you go on cardio? Did you go harder than last time? If you didn't, you might not have burned as many calories. You could have went to the mall that day, walked an extra 3,000 steps, burned a few more calories. You could have worked out harder, worked out 30 minutes longer, or skipped your workout. Your metabolism changes every single day, which is why I recommend getting on a routine. Do the same amount of cardio for the same amount of days every week. Do the same training sessions the same amount of days every single week. If you do that in conjunction with tracking your macros, eating healthy recipes, hitting your protein goals, sticking to your calorie goals, whether that's you're trying to bulk, you're trying to shred, whatever, as long as you do all of that, you have no choice but to see results. Every action creates an equal and opposite reaction. I wouldn't be doing cardio every day and eating the way I do if there wasn't some sort of benefit for it, you know what I mean? Remember, it ain't about the car you drive, it's the size of the arm hanging out the window, even if you had to crank roll it down. So hope you guys learned something today. If there's anything I missed, comment it down below. Comment anything down below. The comments really help. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Smash thumbs up button. And if this is still confusing to you, you don't know really where to start, you would like to have a meal plan laid out, you think this takes too much time, you don't want to mess with it, check out RemingtonJsFitness.com. I'll have you choose from a list of foods that you like. I will build you a meal plan. Meal 1, Meal 2, Meal 3, macros, calories, everything broken down. So you don't even got to mess with this if you don't want to. You just follow us on the plan, and that's how you're going to get your results. Check out my site if that interests you. And yeah, I appreciate you guys as always for watching. I really hope you got some value out of this video. That is why I make these videos, guys. Dietary freedom is true freedom. You're out and about, you don't have something to eat, you want to drive through Chick-fil-A, I eat that chicken sandwich in a Chick-fil-A, see if it fits in your plan. Is what you're eating garbage? Is what you're eating going to help you towards your goals? Add it in, make the concessions somewhere else to still hit your macros, and you're good to go, man. We don't got to be a slave to our diet. Think ahead a little bit. Use the app. Use this technology that's been provided to us and make the most of it, man. Let's all get shredded together. I've rambled enough, guys. Until next time, I will see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys.